Ladies and gentlemen, another double upload. I was not going to do another reaction. In fact, I saw this clip. I didn't watch it yet, but I saw what the gist of it was, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna wait for tomorrow. I think the algorithm will like it better. Just making sure everybody gets sent the video. But I had to. I couldn't stop. I had too much to say. Ladies and gentlemen, maybe I'll do double uploads all December, but we working hard. Young Thug says hip hop is in a weird place since Kendrick and Drake. And this is going to probably turn into a Screwface Jean rant. It's probably going to, because I'm getting tired of this narrative. And we're going to talk about it. Go ahead, Thug.
I feel like I always wanted to do this type of music, and then I feel like rap is in like a weird like space right now, because it's just saying like everybody beefing, and it's just like some of the biggest, two of the biggest artists in the world, like Clash, and a lot of like the fucking ripple effect that came out.
Okay, so we're gonna stop right here. We're gonna dissect all of it. We're gonna dissect all of it. You understand me? Now, I'm gonna try to be as fair and shoot him as much. I don't know if bail is the right answer, but I'm gonna try to not just, because if you're a fan of hip hop and you're a fan especially of what's been going on, especially in the last year with all the albums that have been dropping, this is a little triggering. I mean, triggering is the wrong word, because I like getting triggered over something like this. It causes for debate. That's what I'm saying. Triggering isn't the word I want to use, because it didn't trigger me. It caused for debate, though. It caused for my voice. And I was like, if ever there's a reason I have a YouTube page and this many followers, it's for something like this, so I can speak and people can hear it. So far, what he said, let's hear it again.
Something saying like everybody beefing.
Okay, hip-hop is in a strange place right now. Remember that. We're going to talk about that. Now, separate that. He said, it seems the two biggest artists in the world are battled, and now it seems like everybody's beefing. That is a fact. That is a fact. There is quite literally, I kept calling this hip-hop civil war for a reason. This split the community, but I want to talk a little bit more and get a little bit more in depth about what the split really is. We've heard the whole Lil Baby saying that side of hip hop. It's y'all that are pushing this. It's the rap is in a weird place right now. Weird place, da 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 da. You know what the split is? The split is not those who supported Drake versus those who supported Kendrick. It's not just dark for niggas who supported Drake. The split is really, now, if you only listen to the parasocial stands, that's all it is, because they don't really care about the culture. What's really going on right now is a changing of the guard. And this happens generationally through hip hop. Usually what happens is the sound, the style, the whatever's going on in hip hop dictates what's cool in the world. And that rolls over every like 4 to 8 years. I always do with presidential things. Just go back into history. This last little saga we've been in, I'll call it the trap derivative saga. We've been in this trap adjacent saga for way too long. There's been at least like 2 entire generations, maybe 3, who have been grown up with this music. And usually what happens is you rebel against your parents' music because they don't see certain things, and then vice versa. That's usually what happens. Not the best thing, but it's not the Drake versus Kendrick to the people who really care about hip hop. It is the people who are actually trying, the people who actually love this versus the people who are treating this like a hustle. The bar has been low for way too long. What you're experiencing now, Thug, is the bar has been risen and you're no longer able to jump over that bar. What's goody? It's your boy Screw. You know I'm always trying to find ways to make a little money on the side. And one thing I really rock with are those programs that allow you to get paid for playing games. And the one I'm using right now, I'm rocking with, is called Tester Up.
Wow, that is very interesting. Please tell me more.
It's an app that makes everything way easier. You download it, pick a game, and it tracks your progress for you so you don't have to guess or wait for the payout. This finna be a breeze. Out of everything I've tried, they've had the best payouts, and that's why I'm really rocking with them currently. So here's how it works. Now, obviously, mobile games need people to play their games. Instead of just running ads, they pay Tester Up to find people who will actually play.
Oh, say less.
TesterUp connects you to those games so you actually get paid for the time that you put in. When you sign up, there's usually a bonus offer that pops up. Start with that one. It's the easiest way to rack up your first bit of money. If you want to try it, download through my link or scan my QR code so you're using the same system that I am. There's a lot of random programs out there, but this is the one that's paying out the best.
There can be only one.
So give it a shot and let your boy know what you think. Oh, I'm cooking. There's going to be a lot of me talking, maybe a little of him talking. What happened now, what you're experiencing, Thug, the weirdness you're feeling is that you no longer control your way into a career. You no longer can just dress like a lampshade on your cover, on your Jeffrey cover, talk about kissing, your bays and do stuff that other people might determine as weird, and then get people to rage bait or, be interested. Now you got to actually make music that stick, that make people feel something. Back when there was a level of difficulty in being a rapper, it's starting to come back slowly. And now you're realizing, dang, so I can't just throw auto-tune and mumble about strippers in Atlanta? That's what you're feeling. All right, sorry. It's going to be one of these videos, bro. It's going to be one of these videos. So that's what you're feeling.
It's just like 201.
And it's really everybody who was on the old guard. Y'all are the old guard. I don't think 21 Savage, Young Thug, y'all are the old guard. I don't think y'all realize there's another thing too where people refuse to acknowledge like their age. And I don't just mean like their age as in the years they've been alive. I mean like their age in their career. You niggas are no longer new. You're no longer the new rappers. Y'all are the OGs now, bruh. You are. Anyway, let's keep going.
Some of the biggest, two of the biggest artists in the world.
But he is right in what he's saying. I just don't think he's understanding why it's happening. There is a split, but the split definitely needed to happen.
Like Clash and a lot of like the fucking ripple effect that came out.
And it did cause a ripple effect. I'm going to tell you something. Young Thug isn't saying anything wrong right here, right now. This is stuff that I said. I predicted it. I said, there's going to be a ripple effect from this Drake and Kendrick thing that we might not ever recover from. It's just forever now there's a split, but let me say this again. It needed to happen. The algorithmic based music, the playlist fodder that y'all have been creating for the last 15 to 20 years is cooked. Well, 20 would be 2005. So the last 15 years is cooked. Bro, I swear we went from snap music in like early 2000 to like trap. And we've been stuck in trap since like 2008, nigga, 2009, maybe before that.
Weird, I feel.
It would be like if niggas were still leaning with it, rocking with it right now.
Like it's time. I feel like we gotta like take it to the next level. We gotta level up. Like AI, it's just so much. Everything in the world leveling up except hip hop. Like niggas been like worse.
Hold on, let me cook. Cause Thug, you right here too. You just don't realize y'all are the reason that y'all are the people not leveling up. I got a video coming tomorrow about the whole Drake Stimmy 21 Savage album only did 53,000 the first week. And I don't really care about sales, but there was a lot of y'all that were acting like Meg Flop for doing 60. And we're going to talk about that. And that goes into this specifically, what's going on now. The reason why hip hop is leveling up, y'all aren't leveling up. And you know how this isn't just y'all just like those backpack type rap. No, nigga, Pooh Shiesty just outstreamed Mariah Carey. I don't know if it was for at least one day. I don't care if it was 1 hour on Apple with his FDO. Pooh Shiesty came fresh out of jail, dropped a song that was like 200 bars, no hook, putting belt to ass, spitting similes, metaphors, figurative language. He's rapping, and Pooh Shiesty is winning right now. And Pooh Shiesty's is he more akin to the Kendricks of the world, or is he more akin to the Young Thugs of the world? Why Pooh Shiesty winning? Why he winning? Why he leveling up? FDO, first day out, the Fed. That's the jam right now. FDO's the jam right now. I'm loving seeing what Pooh Shiesty's doing. That's what some people wanted from you. But you was too busy talking about who's snitching, focusing on trying to tear Gunna down just for voicemails and interrogation videos to come out. And now you don't realize that's why you're in a weird place. Thug, I said this, and I'm going to say this like I'm talking to Young Thug like a friend. Thugger, Jeff, listen to me, brother. That interrogation video stuff, those phone calls forever stained you, bro. And it's not even about like, oh, you know good in the streets. I don't care about that snitching shit. You know what I mean? I'm a civilian. You know what I mean? You transgress against me and my family, I'll legally drop you, then call the cops to come pick your stupid ass up. I'm not talking to Jeffrey, I'm talking about anybody. But I'm saying like, bro, that stains you. And it's only because it's more of a hypocritical stain than it is a street stain. Where it's like you did so much to try to bring Gunna down that when those come out, there's a lot of people who are going to view you the same way. Even if they're not telling that to your face, Thug. That's why this is happening. That's why your music isn't connected. Not just that, but you're not putting out good music. Period. Come on, brother. We want more than the music is no longer an aesthetic. Y'all were making music like it was like an accessory. The music y'all put out isn't even meant to be listened to. It's meant to put on in the back of a playlist and just have vibes. Come on.
Like niggas getting like worse. Like we getting worse than when we first started. Like I think we like reached so we just like comfortability. Even when we feel like we like hustling hard as we can, we still cap.
Yes, and like I gotta say, I think Young Thug can only know his own perspective. So he might genuinely not understand what's going on and not realize this isn't for everybody. This is for some specific niggas, and it's for stuff that y'all did, man. Like, come on, Thug. Like, come on, my guy.
He's so comfortable. I feel like we need this type of shit. I would be so happy if hip hop turned into pop.
And then you just outed yourself right here. You want hip hop to be pop? First of all, hip hop is pop. I don't even want to get into this long conversation about how pop really isn't a genre of music. It was really just created so black R&B, so they could put something above black R&B stars, and so that we could talk about that later. But pop, what is pop? I always say that, I've been saying this lately. You notice how every genre of music has like aesthetics and like instruments or patterns that go to that? Like if I took a banjo and a acoustic guitar and I played the right pattern, you'd go country. If I grabbed a drum or a drum machine and I hit you with a boom, bah, boom, boom, bah, no words, I'd say what genre? You go hip hop. If I grabbed an electric guitar, plugged that bitch in and went, and let that bitch bleed, what would you say? Rock. If I got the sax and got soulful, what? Jazz. If I got some singing going there, what? R&B. You tell me what instrument and what pattern is pop. Think about it. It's not a genre of music. Pop just means popular. No, we could rant, but I'm not going to. But Young Thug, you say you wish hip hop is just outing exactly why you're in the position you are. And let me just say this. I can't speak to Young Thug because I don't know Young Thug. I can only speak to the actions and to the things that they've done. People like Young Thug or 21 Savage. And I think 21 is more like this than Young Thug. Y'all don't love hip hop. And like I said, I don't know if Young Thug might love creating hip hop more than 21. Because 21 has literally came out and been like, I don't really care about it. It's so obvious that y'all don't have a passion for this and y'all treat this like a hustle. And it's always came out in your music. But now it's like, since the battle, people can hear it. People can feel your lackadaisicalness. We could feel you're not trying. When 21 Savage came out, be like, dang, it's like Kendrick can actually write. That's where I go like, oh, so y'all were never trying. I'm telling you right now, if tomorrow Young Thug and 21 Savage, and I wouldn't be willing to put money on Young Thug. Like I said, I do feel like Young Thug does like has more of a creative passion. Just, I don't think it's really as much as he thinks it is. But 21 Savage, I believe tomorrow if he could make more money doing something else, more notoriety doing something else, he would stop doing hip hop immediately and do that thing. There's no love, there's no passion. So how do you feel like you're going to inject that in your music and have your fans feel that? You putting out fast food. And then you want us to have a gourmet experience? Somebody clip that. That's a bar.
Nobody on this earth can fuck with me when it comes to that type of shit. You know, I would be happy. But I also love hip hop because I know a lot of hip hop artists. Can't beat that.
Well, you can rap your ass off. We always do that.
But that's what I said. The reason why I do believe Young Thug does like making music, maybe it's not hip hop, but he just likes making music, is because even with the way that he was dressing and you could tell he's an artistic or he likes art. Maybe it's not even music. Maybe it's painting. But you could tell there's a artistic type person. He does have that in him. But I feel like when it goes to making hip hop, they treat it like a hustle. They treat it like crack. 21, I don't even think he likes hip hop music. Like, I don't even think he does.
But hip hop also always looks to you to push boundaries. Every project's something different. It's a risk. You can stay comfortable. You can do the same thing. You love that. But
Low key, that dude at the end kind of just cooked Young Thug's whole point. Thug, and that's why I said, Thug, you're saying that there needs to be a change. But that white boy pointed out perfectly. He said, let me not say white boy, that's a grown ass man. That man said, but weren't you the person that was always changing the guard? Weren't people looking at you at a time as a person who was changing the guard? So when you're asking for a change and you no longer are that person, isn't that saying more about where you are now than where the culture is? I think hip hop's in a great place. If you're a real hip hop fan, if you are listening to hip hop as an aesthetic, if you're one of those people who said stuff like, "Oh, I don't listen to him. No girls listen to him." So that lets me know that you're only listening to him because you think that'll make girls like you, which ain't nothing screamed Turbo Virgin more than thinking that the music. Now it's about enjoying the music. And bruh, I'll listen to my clips. I'll listen to my, look at all the artists, Mick Jenkins. I'll listen to my, I saw a tweet, Saba. I'll listen to my Joeys. I'll listen to my Kendricks. I'll listen to my, all the people who's dropping jids. And y'all can figure it out, man, because I'm having a time right now. I'm having a slice. Huh?